What is up, gamer?
Yo,
Hey,
what's
everybody.
going on?
We got the squad, the think tank.
Dude.
Mike
From
Hey,
Think
Hunter.
I love it.
Hey, everybody.
Listen, this is the first week I don't feel completely sick after GDC, so I'm hype.
Back in
Oh man,
business.
did you all get sick?
Dude, I got sick for like a week and a half. It was miserable.
Oh my god.
Jack can attest to that.
Yeah, it was. That was not the fun part of GDC.
He'll make an attestation on chain if he has to, by the way. Like, I'm not afraid. All right, cool. Chapter 4, we got some fun games, and we have Ready Player J to kind of walk us through it. And let's just start with some intros. You know me, community lead at Arbitrum, Jack, Hunter.
Hey guys, Jack Fitzpatrick here. I do gaming partnerships at Off Chain Labs. Very excited to be jamming with everybody today.
Of course, yeah, and Hunter over here, also from Off Chain Labs, doing community strategy. So kind of Eli's counterpart over here.
Yeah, counterpart. Pull that mic in there, Hunter, just a little bit.
Dude, I'm trying to get my actual computer set up right now, so I'm messing it up right now. Dude.
All right, Jack. What do you, Jay? Sorry, do your intro.
Yeah, I'm Jay or Josh, as I was doxxed in week 1 by Jack. But most of everybody knows who I am. Jay or Josh. I do live ops for Treasure, the decentralized gaming publisher that we're going to be talking with a few games that are building on Treasure. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll kick it over to Mike.
Hey, I'm Mike. I'm the founder of Permadeath Studios, and we're building kaiju cards with Treasure with Jay. Love being on Arbitrum. We migrated here. Honestly, we're coming up on a year pretty soon from Solana, and we've been loving it. And yeah,
I don't even remember that you didn't live on Arbitrum as
it's home.
the
Yeah,
community
that's
uses.
crazy.
It's home.
Yeah.
It is crazy. All right, cool. So we're gonna start. We are gonna start with kaiju cards, and then move on to Realm, and then finish with Battlefly. So
Cool.
I'll pass it off to Jay. And do you have your screen share ready?
Yeah, you want me to? I can have it ready. Let me see.
Yeah, I'll pull it up on stage once you add it. Hunter's switching cameras so he can look a little more like
Get his better
good.
side,
I'm
his
gonna-
better angle.
Exactly.
Yeah, I might leave him backstage for a bit just to penalize him,
Make him sweat.
make him sweat. All right, go ahead.
No, it's good to be here. Glad. Thanks you guys for having me, Off Chain Labs and the foundation. It's good to be here. I'm excited to showcase some of the Treasure games and dive into it a little bit. There's a lot of really cool stuff coming up, not just for the 3 games that we're going to be featuring, but for the whole Treasure ecosystem and Arbitrum in general, right? As most people have seen, there's been a lot of news and a lot of migrations happening on Arbitrum. A lot of people that are committing to the ecosystem and really finding a home in Arbitrum. And you can see that the gaming sentiment is definitely way up, way higher than it's ever been. Some people like that, some people might not, but gaming is definitely here to stay on Arbitrum. So I'm excited to talk to Mike here, Kaiju cards, dive a little bit into what's coming up in the near future for Kaiju cards. How Treasure's going to be able to support that, and let's jump right into it. Mike, thanks for jumping on here. You're in California, right? You're in LA?
Yeah, I'm in Los Angeles. It is the ideal time of 11 a.m. If
Nice.
you stay up too late, you can still be awake at 11. And if you get up early, it's a good time to take a break, do something new. So,
Yep, exactly. So if you guys haven't seen Kaiju cards, that's what's up on the screen right here, and I think it's in full screen. This is the landing page that you guys will find. Kaiju cards is described as a tactical roguelike deck builder set in a really wacky world of Good Earth. And by wacky, I mean you just look at the art. It kind of resembles that Adult Swim, but also cartoony vibe. It's awesome. They have a really unique art style, and the gameplay is a lot of fun too. Players, when you guys jump in, you'll form parties of 3 kaiju, battle through some dungeons, earn really awesome rewards. Legendary rewards is what you might see up here in this little reel. And the ultimate goal is to build the best deck to save Good Earth, which is their fantasy land, from the evil. Is it Lich Lord? Is that it?
yeah.
Okay.
Lich Lord.
That's from something else, isn't it?
I mean, liches have been in so many different games and IPs, mostly of like the fantasy genre, but they appear, card games, strategy games, MMOs, like all those places.
Nice. Yeah, very cool. Well, let's jump into the recent news lately. I actually want to take a step back and hear what you guys have been working on. A lot of the Treasure games, especially Kaiju cards, have been heads down building over the past few months, even like the bear in general. So I'd love to hear what you guys have been working on and what's going to be coming in this first age of Discovery.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a trip, with Web3 gaming. We've wanted to put a big focus on live ops. So that means like not only getting kind of more polished versions of the game out, but doing it a lot earlier than you would ever imagine doing in Web2 gaming, right? Like our alpha game, we wanted to put it out and get feedback and play tests like super early, probably before we would have done. If we were just building in our studio, we would have done it with friends and family. So we've been going through these cycles of like, okay, let's get all the new game mechanics in, let's polish it up, let's release it, and let's also add in unique Web3 components on every step of the way, right? Like we're an alpha, but we already have a game that like looks fairly polished and has some unique earning capabilities. So where we're at now is we've basically gotten over all of our like content benchmarks that we wanted for alpha. And we're building our beta game in the background, and that involves like a Unity port and a couple other things. And while we're doing that, we're also like leaving alpha, you could say, on the Web3 side and starting to add in more and more, economy and ownership features into the game. So we just recently announced the Age of Discovery, and it's one of several ages that'll happen over the next couple months. And each age will kind of see some new features coming, right? So what is the Age of Discovery? We've added persistent earning to the game for the first time. So like a user could come and anytime and earn. This was never available before. It was always like sectioned off again in these little live ops events, 2 to 3 weeks. Hey, we're showcasing this new feature. Come get this limited time asset, right? So that's huge for us. It means that players can come and enjoy anytime, get involved. And that's kind of the incentive design that we want, right? The other thing that it adds is free to play earning. So, if a user wants to, they can come to the game and play runs. They don't need to own any assets or anything like that and earn as well. So the way that we're handling this is we have battle passes. And these battle passes run for 2 weeks, and they restart every 2 weeks. And there will be some kind of twists on them as we go, so it's not the same thing over and over. And then we've also announced that the soft currency that you earn via free-to-play gaming and battle passes will eventually convert into our token, like pretty soon later this year, actually. So that's kind of the high level overview. We have added a lot of other components, but those are kind of the main features in the Age of Discovery.
Nice. So you guys have the battle pass right now. The current battle pass is ending in 5 days, and then another one starts immediately after, and that goes on for 2 weeks, correct?
Yep. Yeah, it'll be every 2 weeks. We call them rolling battle passes. So, if you feel that you've missed this battle pass, but you're excited to get involved, there's one right around the corner.
Nice. Very cool. Let me see. I'm going to pull up the game too. I had it right here.
Yeah.
No, that's really exciting, and I think a lot of people are going to be very excited by that. So there are a lot of eras that are coming up that you had mentioned beyond the battle pass, with tons of new releases, and each a step closer to yours and the team's vision for kaiju cards. And starting with the Age of Discovery, what was the inspiration behind that kind of name, and the the next one coming up, I guess I should say. What's coming in 5 days?
Yeah. So the Age of Discovery, well, first off, I just want to call out, like, we also had a previous age called the Age of Migration, which was like kaiju are migrating to Arbitrum, right? And that's been a process that's been happening for a while. We still have a bridge open from Solana to Arbitrum, and kaiju can make their way over. And, we have other things that were involved in the Age of Migration. The kind of overall thought about it is, this is stuff that's happening in Good Earth. Like, this isn't just some like product name. This is actually like things are getting added to the world, right? So in the Age of Discovery, kaiju have discovered a little more about what jewels are. And that will continue as the ages progress, right? But in this age, kaiju have discovered the importance of jewels, and that's their motivation for going in the game, stacking them. The next age, which haven't said this anywhere yet, but we'll start on Tuesday, is the Age of Ritual. And what's going to happen then is the kaiju will have discovered an ancient ritual, which will be a mechanic in the game that will go live on Tuesday. So, we really want to tie it all in to what's happening in the game. If you look at our X feed, it's all like there's art like explaining all the stories. We're showing all the stories and kind of feeding back into the game. So that's how we're thinking about kind of these ages.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
You're showing
yeah.
it. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. Love the art.
That's
I know
awesome.
you guys they've been sharing some stuff like every week or every few days. There's been a new graphic or something else that kind of ties along that lore, and it's very cool to see. Love the art style. And is
Cool.
Kyle putting that together?
So this is Kyle, our marketing manager, and myself. This goes back to an idea I had 2 years ago that just was kind of out of our reach at the time, which was to treat our live ops kind of like a comic book, right? Like, the live ops are evolving. There's comic book panels revealing part of the story in real time. The Twitter feed is like literally a comic book. Some things are part of the central story. Some things are just fun little images, like that one doesn't really progress the story, but it's just fun, right? So what he and I do is we sit down, and he's just a really I'm not sure if I'm allowed to curse on stream. I was gonna say just he's great, right? He's a beast. He's done a lot of creative work. He's been in the film industry, music video directing for Frank Ocean, Katy Perry. He's great. So we sit down and just talk about the product goals we want to achieve, and then from that kind of think about how to wrap it in a story, and then come up with the images that we want to do and pass it off to the art team, and then they make adjustments based on whatever their kind of feeling, could be funny or cool. So we actually have like a pipeline, like a pretty robust one at this point for this process, and we're sitting on a whole bunch of images and art that we're just waiting to deploy, basically.
Very cool. And I want to double tap. You guys can hear me okay, right?
Yeah, I can hear you
Okay,
great.
cool. Couldn't tell if it was the sound was on. No, this is very exciting, and I wanted to double down and touch point on the jewels again. The jewels are a soft currency that will eventually convert into that Kaiju token at a later date. Do you have an estimated date of what that might be and what those conversion rates might be?
As for conversion rates, I'll just
Mhm.
take that one first. It's really going to depend on how many jewels are earned, right? Like if we say something now, then if our projections of how many jewels are earned aren't correct, I just wouldn't want to put people in that situation, right? We need to really be smart about what we're looking at in terms of the total supply and in terms of distribution of that supply. If there's like a imbalance on the top end and the bottom end, we may need to solve for that, just as an example, right? So that we're kind of waiting to see. We definitely won't know for weeks or a couple months. As for TGE, we're looking at Q3. We really are excited about doing that in conjunction with Treasure Chain. I think there's something to be said about adding to TVL over there and starting it off with a bang. And if we can contribute to that in any way, like that's amazing, right? So it's soon. It's just flipped the calendar over into Q2, so it's coming.
Yeah, very soon. That's super exciting. And then I know you guys had mentioned, or you specifically had posted, something that you guys hadn't done before, your light paper. Can you touch a little bit about what's in that light paper? Should people be checking it out and reading through all of it, or should they just jump into game right away?
Yeah. So just really quickly, not like it's kind of my decision there. I never published a light paper before because the process was so iterative, building this. And an issue that we had even internally was like docs would go, they'd become obsolete like fast, in a couple weeks. So we got into this mentality of like, let's write like, more general or like less intensive docs, because most of what we learn comes from playtesting the game, right? It doesn't come from the prep work. We just need to outline the mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
So we're finally in a place where we've built like a super solid foundation. There's a ton of game design details that we can put out. And there's a lot of kind of like future looking statements and plans that we can start to reveal as well. I think if you're going to take a look at the light paper, it kind of depends on what info you want. Like all of the earning actual tables and charts are in there. So if you want to know about the earning rates in game, that's a really good place to look, right? Like that. And if you are curious about what's coming next, the economy futures roadmap reveals some of it. We don't want to reveal it all at one time because that's just not hype, right? So it kind of depends what information you want. I definitely would recommend read the whole thing, but people, are short on time.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of short on time, definitely don't want to, leave this all into talking. I want to show the game a little bit. And I
Please.
think the best way to jump in is, head to kaiju.cards. And then from here, you're going to see the landing page. And all you got to do is hit play for free. And then, I'm sorry, let me show you that. Here's the kaiju.cards. And then you hit play for free right up here in the corner. And then you'll pop into play.kaiju.cards. And this is the first thing you'll see. Just a cute little animation running across the field there. And I wanted to showcase, since I have my wallet connected, the battle pass. So I'm going to head over to the store. And I wanted to jump in here and get a battle pass. So as simple as it is, $5, lasts 2 weeks, right? And then...
We got him. We got it. We got another user, boys.
Another active wallet, just like that. Let's see. Okay, just go in right away. Might need to refresh. Or maybe the transaction.
Did it? Was it a spending cap, or was it a transaction that popped up? Sometimes there's a spending cap. Oh, I can't see your wallet on
That goes
the
right there.
stream. I'm assuming it. Oh, there you go. Sweet.
There we go. There we go.
Nice.
It just failed the first time. Can't show my wallet. Can't risk getting hacked on stream.
Yeah, totally. That's very reasonable.
All right, let's see. Okay, so here we go. Level 1, you get some jewels. Level 2, common treasure chest. What's in these treasure chests?
All manner of equipment. We have
Okay.
4 different types of equipment and 5 different rarities for each piece. So there's a lot of permutations of what you may be able to get out of there.
Nice. So there's a ton of jewels that you can get out of just by leveling up here. You can earn a ton. You get uncommon treasure chest, get a bunch of tools in there. Now let's take a look over at my, I know you guys wanted to take a look at the staking as well. So I wanted to hear, what does the staking do? I don't even, is that the Genesis right there?
Yeah, that's a Genesis.
Okay.
So we have this kind of separation of assets in our ecosystem. Genesis are the oldest assets, and they're also kind of the most premium, right? They were minted on Solana. They've since bridged over to Arbitrum. And what they offer is like essentially a daily quest. Like you can complete the battle pass just by staking these assets, right? And so this is kind of for people who maybe miss, you don't have to worry about missing a day of playing, or you want to level up the battle pass faster. This is kind of how we feel about idle gameplay being really important in crypto when there's so many opportunities for people to go out there and be doing something, go into a DeFi protocol, buying a meme coin. This is kind of a good way for them to get entry into the game. And they don't need to focus on, playing for 25 minutes every day. They can come every couple days and play and make it part of their rotation.
Nice. Awesome. So let's go into my inventory really quick because I already have 3, I believe. So these are my 3 that I gotten from the Pioneers event. So the Patsy, Moss Friend, Cliff, and
Nice.
Junior. And is this is the Genesis, correct?
So Genesis are not playable. That's
Okay.
still a Pioneer. It's just a more rare one.
Nice. Solid. Now let's jump in. I want to showcase the game a little bit. If I do my sound, is it going to be too loud? Oh no, it's not playing any sound yet.
Was it like a boar, by the way, in the top right? What was that?
The character?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a warhog.
Dude, terrifying.
You guys,
That's the correct response.
you guys with all the artwork, like that's something that has always stood out to me about kaiju cards. Like it's just very fun.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I can't take credit for it myself. We have just an amazing art team from the Western animation world.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, super solid. Yeah, it's for a while this was my PFP. Felt very treasure with the treasure chest and the hat.
Yeah,
So let's jump
love
in.
it.
Want to show you guys what I can do. We're gonna stay with medium. I think I don't want to embarrass myself on stream. So let's just go for medium.
You got this.
Safe space.
And-
Nobody's watching.
So there's 3 different types of classes, right? So there's knight, wizard, and rogue.
That is correct, and there is a 4th one from a different collection, but we don't have to go into that right now. These are the core classes, I would say.
Okay. I don't think I have any equipment on me.
Oh
No.
man,
Okay.
we gotta load you up.
I know.
How did I
Sorry.
forget?
We'll get him in there. It's okay. I'm still pretty good. Let's see. So I got 1 rogue in there. My favorite. I really like working with the rogues. I think they just usually you guys will see when I jump in here, but some of the cards definitely favor the rogue when they're in their set. So it's always fun to play with. And then the magic also helps, but since he's an uncommon, he's got some pretty high stats. So I think I'm gonna go with Jurgen. And how are the names picked too?
We actually have a random name generator that we made, but we
Okay.
just input like the different parameters of first and last, and then last names are combined, like two words combined.
Oh, I love this music.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you.
What does it
Yeah,
make
it's
for it?
again, I can't take credit for it,
too.
but very stoked on it. That's our creative director, Tyler.
Kudos,
That's your
Tyler.
Yeah.
And these are all procedurally generated as well, right? This is none. There is no same run that you will go through.
So we are working towards procedural generation of the runs. Right now, they're just kind of hand-picked maps, but they do rotate every day, right? And then the character buckets within the rooms and the options within the rooms are rotating randomly, right? With certain parameters. So that is procedural generation for that. So yeah, no two runs are the same.
Nice. Okay. So let's take a look. He's going to deal 18 to target, gain 9 blocks. So he's going to get hit pretty hard. So I'm going to see if I can just do some damage
Definitely
there.
want to reduce that. Nice. You got the crit off it too.
Yeah, that was solid. And then I'm going to do a simple attack. He's still going to do some damage. But if there's any background noise, let me know.
Alright, so
And then I think that should be it. Oh, is that it? Oh, that's it. Okay. There's my
Oh,
turn.
you're out of energy. Yeah. The sounds still crack me up. Nice.
So catchy. This is amazing.
I will pass it on to Tyler. He spent a lot of time on it. It evolves as you go through the rooms too. Like once you get to the harder rooms, it kind of changes in tone and adds more instruments, bringing you on a journey. Hopefully,
Music sounds like all that stuff is so important. Like I think it's part of, by the way, what brings so much nostalgia. It's like RuneScape, for example. Like the music in RuneScape was like top tier. I think they even got like multiple awards for like the different tracks they had.
totally. When I hear that like Donkey Kong Country music or something like that, I'm just instantly like transported to my old Nintendo room.
Very nice.
Here we go. I'll let you guys decide for me. I want you guys to take a look. And so we can draft a card at the end of this one. Recycling Bin, Reckless Abandon, and Pinata Strike. I mean, that one was super clean. Absolutely destroyed those 3
Pinata
enemies.
Strike looks pretty good.
Pinata Strike, I like it too. Give Berserk. All right. Draw a card too. That's solid.
Co-sign that.
1. Let's go straight through the middle. How much time do we have?
1 minute. You have 1 minute to beat the whole remaining run.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can go for like another 5 minutes and see if we're still waiting on the other team to
Unrealm.
We can give like 5 more minutes.
Got it.
All right.
Cool.
Cool. Sounds good. All right. Let's see. Gain 9 block and 18 to target. I mean, they're going to hit pretty hard. So let's try to just get rid of these. All right.
Mike, were you a big D&D fan? Like,
I was not a D&D fan, but we definitely have some on staff. The bigger fan base we
like.
Sorry, I missed what you said there.
Just like the character design, the characters from Dungeons and Dragons. So
Yo, Jay, can we lower the volume just a little bit?
Yeah, so
I don't know if I
the
can.
big. Yeah, we don't have a volume slider.
I'll do that for now.
Good reminder to get that in the game. So the bigger kind of fandom that we have on staff is for Warhammer 40K. The like painting miniatures and even competing nationally and internationally. And so, that comes from kind of the D&D diaspora, you could say. And so it's definitely really similar, but we do like to treat them like figurines or toys. Right.
Yeah, no, totally.
I'd love to hold a kaiju figurine in my hand.
That'd be awesome.
One of our
That'd be
big
perfect.
goals here.
Definitely wouldn't want a warhog as a.
Speak for yourself.
I think this one's an easy pick. Throwing knife. I with the rogues, I'm a big fan of just going for the very aggressive play.
Yeah. I definitely agree. You can't go wrong with the 0 cost attack cards.
Right, exactly. Okay, let's see. So we got still a bunch of solid attacks. We can do 20 damage to a random enemy. Hit that top right there. That'll
Nice.
do. That'll do. And we can do 18 to target, gain 9 block. So I think that's pretty solid.
Oh, you're so close. That's solid though, yeah.
Is there a chance for a crit if I hit him with that?
There is a chance. It's sub 10% for regular hits, but there is a chance.
Let's just get him down. He's going to do the most damage, right? No, he is.
You get the block either way too, so
Yeah, that was good. Let's go. Let's do deal 5 to every enemy. That's a pretty good one. Maybe we'll draw a 0 cost. Okay, I'm going to do the shield because we're pretty much good on shield. Still got 1 attack left. I think we can get rid of him. Oh, 13 and 11. That's tough. Let's go for it.
still leaving him at 1.
Still leaving him at 1.
The belly
No matter
slam
what.
by the Warhog is just too funny.
We couldn't not have that be his attack.
Easy. This should be it. 16.
Nice.
Got some support from Spike.
Nice. Very
What's
cool.
up, Spike? Good to see you, man.
GM guy. There we go. Okay, so now we got a set of cards that we can pick up. Death by 1,000 cuts. I need a hero. Come back tomorrow. Huh.
So this is one feature we really love, which is pack draft. It allows you to build your deck kind of in a more curated and fast way and get to power level, like a sick power level faster.
I like bleed. What are we thinking? I'm a big fan of burns and bleeds.
If you
That's a
build the
solid
deck
one.
around the bleeds, then it can be very effective, I think. But
Let's go. We're going to pick up 2.
I'd probably go with come back tomorrow.
Okay. We're going to go with... That'll give us 2 bleed cards. So it'll give us a chance. Let's see if we can... We'll get through this one, and then we'll get to at least the commentary, the special event, whatever. What do you call that when you get to the next one? Like an interaction?
In event room.
Okay. Gotcha.
Probably come up with a more fun name for it soon.
Just a bunch of vulnerable. So they're going to just apply debuffs to me this whole time. These are the other Warhogs. These are even uglier. We're going to have to get rid of them. All right. So no, definitely don't want any fire. Awesome. So we got some 0 cost cards. Let's hit him with the...
That's sick.
Let's
That's a
wait for
good
the...
hand.
Let's wait for the knife. Because if I kill him, I can get another card.
Get it back, yeah.
So let's see. Oh, I'm not going to be able to kill him though. 18 target. So I'm going to actually... This should get rid of him here.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And that's
Well
it.
played.
I could have used the dagger. It's okay. That'll get rid of him. Hit him a little bit. Yeah, I've liked this game since I joined Treasure. I really like kaiju cards, and I think you joined a little bit before, a little bit before I joined the Treasure team, and so I've been able to play this for a while now, and I've always liked the simplicity of the art and the gameplay. It's not like really too intimidating or anything, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, super intuitive. You guys crushed it on that front.
Cool. I appreciate it. Sometimes we worry because it's such a text heavy game that like if the text isn't written properly or the mechanics aren't intuitive, then it's just like a forest. But I'm really happy to hear that. I think for card people who played like MTG growing up or anything, it should make a lot of sense.
You hit him hard.
Got some more love from the homies, so I'm gonna
What's up, YP?
Guys, let's go.
some Arbitrum
Yeah.
creators, they deserve some love.
Kaiju maxing.
Let's go. So
Og
he's gonna put up
maxing.
the field. Not much else I can do. I'm gonna draw a card.
At least he's not attacking.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Let's just see if we can just keep this rolling. Give me a 0 cost just to keep hitting him.
Oh, got the crit too. Nice.
let's wrap up this battle, and then I think we should probably transition over to Realm just to make sure
You
we're
got it.
on track with pace.
Let's get rid of him then.
Finish him.
Oh, that's the next turn.
Finish him.
Fatality.
So as soon as I end this turn, though, he's going to die.
Jeez.
That'll be that.
Nice. Hit him with the
There we go.
debuffs.
I love it.
Amazing. So yeah, we'll jump in. Yeah, I appreciate you jumping on here, and I want to hand it back over to you to talk a little bit about, where should the people that are viewing this, some gamers that are, maybe not have tried Kaiju cards before, or just started to try it, where should they go? How should they get more involved with the community?
Yeah. So the website for the game itself, the game app, is play.kaiju.cards. That'll bring you right to the game. You can click on the Play Now button from the landing page. You don't even need a wallet to play. So if you're just curious, hop in, click Play Now, play as guest, set your username, you're good to go. If you have deeper questions about like the assets or starting cards of characters or how specific mechanisms work, our Discord is an amazing place. Our community is super knowledgeable. They know every little in and out, and they will help guide you. Those are the two places I'd recommend to get started. And if you have questions, just hit me up on Twitter. I'm at Kaiju Mike _. I'm online often, and I will respond. So that's it. We got some exciting stuff coming. New battle pass next week. And just want to say thanks guys on the stream for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Yeah. Stack those jewels, get in there, convert those to tokens when the time comes. It's going to be a lot of fun. Earnings are coming your way for Kaiju cards. So go play this fun, wacky game, and, there could be rewards later on in the future.
Yes,
Catch
sir.
you later, Mike.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Mike.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank
It
you.
was great to talk to you. Awesome. Now we got Jonah here, actually. Hey, Jonah.
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going well, going well. So I'm going to stop sharing just for a second, bring us up here. How are you doing? I won't dox your location too much, but you're West Coast, right? In California.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Still morning here.
Nice. Very cool. Where are you guys at, off-chain?
I'm in New York myself. We're spread all over the place.
Same.
Okay. Nice. Very cool. And then Eli, you're in Canada, but you're not in the normal
Not Toronto.
Canada.
No, I'm in Halifax.
To the normal Canada.
I'm not in the normal Montreal, Toronto, Vancouver. I'm in Halifax, beautiful Nova Scotia. If you know, you know. Trust me.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, so I'm going to share my screen one more time. Definitely want to jump right into to Realm Jonah here.
Yeah,
I got the opportunity. We all got to meet. I guess 2 weeks ago now. Almost 2 weeks ago now. I guess it was actually today, 2 weeks ago, that we all hung out, or yesterday, 2 weeks ago, that we all hung out at GDC, met Jonah. So that was really cool. It was a lot of fun, and got to see what you guys have been working on in the back end. But I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah, it was great to get to put, faces to all the names, and the crazy space we work in, where sometimes you don't know what people look like. Talk to them every day for years.
Yeah, exactly. So let's jump right in. Realm, super excited to show everybody what you've got going on. Realm has been getting a lot of attention recently, especially around the multi-pass event. But just to break it down, Realm is a world building and exploration game, powered by Treasure and rooted in GameFi. Realmers build and sustain the economy of the Realmverse through strategic planning and resource management in game. Adventurers also explore and battle their way to glory on their path to the ultimate goal, transcendence. Can you, Jonah, would love to hear a little bit about, the team, yourself, and Realm, what you guys have been working on over the bear, and what's to come in the near future.
Sure. So I'm Jonah, the founder, and got a team about 8 people right now. And we launched on Arbitrum back in 2021 with the idea of creating this protocol that would be a economic layer for other games. We saw that Treasure was kind of heading down a similar path. We had similar visions, and our ethos were in line, and we wanted to not build alone. And we joined them back in 2022, integrating their harvesters into our game. We had Magic integrations back then. The bear hit, and we just wanted to keep building towards our vision. I think the bear is nice. Things get quiet. The people that are around are really passionate and love what they do, and are looking to better the space. We just wanted to keep iterating on this protocol layer to be able to get us to where our ultimate vision of having a AAA quality game built on top of the protocol. Right now we have our beta out, which is a browser-based game, which allows you to interact with our two main assets, which are Realms and Adventures. And Realms, as Jay was saying, are kind of the heart of the economy. You're able to produce these collectibles and different resources that create activities for adventurers, and then adventurers perform battles and explore these different realms for the resources that they need in order to harness the power of anima. So
nice.
Yeah, that's kind of what the gist of what we've been working on.
Yeah, I want to dive into that a little bit more too, because there's a lot packed into what you had just explained. There's a lot of really cool features that you guys have been releasing over the past few months. I know we have the Marauders Mint closing at 3, so I wanted to ask you a little bit about the multi-pass event. How has that been going for you guys, and what are you guys looking for when you're closing this up in the next, I guess, 20 or 15, 16 minutes now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the multi-pass was a huge success for us. I think just getting our name and IP out there in the Arbitrum community, to be able to see what we're building was huge for us. We have this, which I think we'll talk about later. We have this partner gateway where we have the ability. The protocol can bring in other NFTs to play within the Realmverse. So we have Smallverse in with their small brains. We have Knights of the Ether, Tales of Illyria, and the Lifeverse, which allows them to play the Realmverse with their own NFTs. And so we wanted to bring in a new collection, and that's where Marauders comes in. They're our second adventure collection. Our first is Adventures of the Void, and wanted to increase our player base and be able to bring in people that see what we're building, see the vision, and want to get in at this kind of base layer that we're building. And we gave out about 350K of rewards. There's 250 that went for our leaderboards, and then 100K went to our liquidity providers. They competed on their own leaderboard, and we saw our daily active users 3x'd. We were able to take in, don't quote me on this exact, it's around $250,000 in revenue from the event, and for me, the biggest value was just really getting some of these passionate people into our community. We had, I think, 3 new community-led guilds created during that time. We saw, a lot of treasure marketplace movement and just people talking strategy in the Discord. It was just great to see, the community come alive and be energized by this event.
Yeah, it's been very cool. I feel like the community has been very active recently, and I told you this at GDC. It's frustratingly fun, which I think a lot of players can attest to. During that, before, and I want to jump in on this too. Before we close up at that 3 p.m. mark, where can they get started? Where should they be heading to get started in Realm and get a Marauder before their chance is up?
Yeah, if you, I don't know if you can go to the homepage, app.realm.land at the top. Yeah, if you click on play, that'll send you there as well. I guess you're logged in, but if you go to the landing page at the top, you'll be able to go to Mint Marauders. It'll show you there what you're going to get. You'll get the NFT, you'll get 10 loot boxes, which we've never done before, and you'll get access to play all activities within the Realmverse. And join the Discord. There's a lot of super helpful community members. These Marauders are the beginning of our experimentation with using AI to generate these different variants. So you'll not just get this one character. You're going to be able to evolve that character as they level up and be able to change the appearance of your Marauder through our AI generated system. So about 12 minutes it closes. So
there you go. Yeah, you got to jump in on it. You can head over to app.realm.land, and if you aren't signed in, that's the first thing that'll show up. That's one of the first things that'll show up on the landing page. I've signed in, and you guys can kind of see my inventory. But wanted to talk about blobs, EIP 4844, and how that has impacted you guys. When I was talking about frustratingly fun, it was around that $4 point. Doing those on-chain transactions and playing the game. It was a little expensive at the time. I ran through all my ETH in my wallet playing Realm, but it was fun. Frustratingly fun because I lost most of my matches, but now getting that down to 11 cents or less has been great. How has that impacted you guys in the community and the players?
Yeah. Huge shout out to Arbitrum. When we first started, I think transactions were like $20. This was like pre, what do you call it?
AP 4844.
Nitro. No, pre Nitro. Yeah.
Oh.
This was like back when it was like, it was still cheaper than like mainnet, but when you compare it to like cents, it was higher. And we had people playing back then. Then we got Nitro and it went down. Then we had this, they've been talking about Stylus and like all these, layer 3s. And, we've been really focused on building for the future. We don't want to build a game that's going to be stagnant, that's going to be built on technology or build on limitations that are current today, but won't be here in a year. So that's what we've been focusing on with the protocol, is like building out the vision of what we want, knowing that the technology, especially on Arbitrum, will eventually get to the point to where it's a seamless experience for everybody. We're super psyched about that. But yeah, specifically about the 42x reduction, our community has, once they saw that, they were like, is this real? This feels wrong. This feels wrong, because they've been so committed, and shout out to them for being staying with us, even through these higher gas costs. But yeah, being able to go down into the cents has revolutionized gameplay. I've heard people say they're doing 4x more transactions than they were doing before, which is incredible for the value of the network. And that's really what we want, is to bring value to the network, and push the limits of this technology to see how far we can get. So really excited about gaming on Arbitrum.
That's great to hear. You have observed a following increase in engagement too. Like, that's obviously the hope, right? Is that people like their transaction fees fall and they have a little bit more juice out of the squeeze with what's sitting in their wallet. Obviously, like, not every team will necessarily 4x their engagement just because of that, but that's awesome to hear.
Yeah, and I think with Stylus coming up and with these the Treasure Chain and Layer 3s, we're going to be able to really create more complex logic for these game loops that is going to bring even more interactions and higher retention, because people are going to be able to experience something that they couldn't experience before on chain. So really excited for the future.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And not a lot of people have really gotten to explore Realm. And I think this is going to be a great onboarding experience. You're going to be able to jump into the Marauder, or jump into Realmverse with Marauders and partner NFTs as well. So I want to jump in, and here you can see the game. You can see the homepage of the Adventurers homepage. You can see some of the things in my inventory here with 2 AOVs, a Marauder, and then these 2 partners. You can see my small, the Treasure Small, and then Lifeverse here. I wanted to leave one left, one that I have not brought into the ecosystem. I played this during the multipass event a little bit, but and then I onboarded these guys. Still not very strong. And I wanted to show the partner gateway. If you could share a little bit about that. How important is partnerships for Realm? I wanted to see. Let's see. Just open it up.
Yeah, super important. I think we've got several top funnels that we're thinking about creating for the adventure gameplay, and having partnerships. The 4 partnerships that we have so far are for treasure projects, but we're looking to expand outside of that as well. And it allows people to take part in the protocol's economy, in-game economy, and use their existing NFTs that they know and love within the game. And like you were showing earlier, you're able to see your character, the PFP of it, and you'll be able to increase their different traits, equip them with, be able to craft and equip them with peripherals, which are the items that you're able to use within battles, and then as well explore the different realms.
Nice. Yeah, you guys saw that I just brought my Knights of the Ether partner into the game. Now you'll be able to see I've got a few of them.
I love that.
There's my Knights of the Ether guy right there. My knight from Knights of the Ether. You can see this, my Lifeverse, my imbued soul from Lifeverse, and then my small. We have the 2 AOVs, which have been for the demonstration of this given to me. I do not have 393 wins, so I'm excited to play with somebody that's very experienced. So yeah, let's jump in. I want to showcase the battles a little bit and send them on their way. But first, I know that I have a few things in my inventory, which is I have a few loot boxes. So I want to showcase what those look like. What can you get from loot boxes? What are these drops? What do these mean in the game?
Yeah, so the loot box system is pretty cool. We designed it so that it's extensible, which which means that we can include items from other projects. You can see if you hover over there, there's some treasure fragments, and we're able to partner with other projects that might have items that they want to include in our loot boxes, and create interoperable connections between the games, and then provide syncs for those items in our crafting system. So you can get peripherals, which are the items that you can craft with the materials that you get in game, and you can get those treasure fragments as well, and then you get materials which you need for crafting. And we've done several giveaways in the past where you might find an adventure of the void in one of these loot boxes, or you might find another character, or we can basically put anything within these loot boxes and create engagement through that.
Nice. There we go. So we got a cloak, photo weave, stratonite, and arrow mesh. So these are the materials that you can use for crafting, right?
That's right. Yeah.
And then what is a peripheral? That is something
So
that they also get with a Marauder.
Yeah. So it's pretty great to get a whole peripheral in one of these loot boxes, because then you don't have to craft it, and it's also unbound, so you can put it on the marketplace or store it for later. But yeah, basically the materials that you see there on the right, you use to craft peripherals, which is what you have there on the left, which is this rumored cloak rare. So that's a pretty good find there. It's a good pull.
Nice, solid, very cool. Yeah, let's jump into it. I want to showcase the main event here, and for the multi-pass event, the main thing or the main goal was to win as many battles as you can, gain renown, which is basically your reputation, right, in the Realmverse, and your spot on the leaderboard, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so we have a system where you're battling people within basically your elo, and renown allows you to increases your ability to win anima rewards. So you want to be able to, when you battle someone, you want to make sure that you're battling with all your items, equipping as many items as you can in order to increase your battle power, and then finding the right opponent in order to get the most renown when you win.
Right. There we go. So as you can see, my small has a 3% win chance against him. And it looks like, so I want to hit, so there's easy, medium, and hard. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I just want to call out something that I find particularly neat about Realmverse. I know it was raised earlier, but just like the notion of interoperability is obviously very important to this game. And they actually have a Dune dashboard where you can keep track of like the breakdown of the different projects that are participating in the daily adventurer battles. And right now it's averaging around like 12,500 per day. And a good, like at least quarter of them are from non-Realmverse like projects, which I think is just super awesome. Like and it's not like, one day where a bunch of people from Small come over and play. It's like very consistent engagement from folks across projects. So I have loved seeing that. So kudos to you guys on the work you've done to like really take interoperability seriously. Thanks.
Yeah, interoperability has been at the top of my mind, since I started this, because I saw that's really like where the power of all this technology is. Like, how can we create all these connected systems that bring value not just to one project, but disperses the value to all the people that and all the projects that are using it. It's really the beauty of Web3 and blockchain. This common language of the blockchain that we're able to use, and and see how we can, connect with. So that's also why we decided to join Treasure, because that was a big part of their narrative as well, and we wanted to really bolster that within the Arbitrum ecosystem. But yeah, seeing like the amount of non-realm characters playing is really awesome. And we're hoping to continue to grow those partnerships to bring on games within Treasure, but also outside of it. We've got a lot of projects coming onto Arbitrum with their own chains, like Azuki and Ape Chain and all that. You would love to see them playing in the Realmverse.
You can see the battle power here gets a little crazy around this area.
Just to set expectations here, I think we probably have another 5 minutes, but then we should transition over to Battlefly just to stay on pace.
Gotcha. All right, so I'm going to add this to queue and then add the last one. I believe that's the other AOV. Yeah. So we're still at a 70. I'm going to go with the easy. Let's go for a medium chance one. Get around that 50%, a little bit higher. Okay, cool. Let's run with that. Add these to the queue. Let's run these battles. Let's see what we can get, and then let's showcase the my small is just gonna get smoked, no matter who it touches.
Not even a fighting chance.
No chance.
You never know. You might get that 3%.
Hey, 3%. That's not even the lottery, man.
There you go. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to begin those battles, and then let's see if we can do some crafting right before that 305 point hits. Let's see. And this is a simple, this used to cost like $4 or $5, and I would jump in, and I would lose all my battles, and it was tough. Awesome. So let's see. Okay, so the Marauder one. Did your small so that's win? Good. No. Oh. Nope. No chance there. Lost. Victory for the night, victory for the imbued soul, victory for the AOV, and defeat for this AOV. Had a little bit lower chance. I think it was a 56%, but I'm glad the Marauder one. That's my actual Marauder, and I'm glad that she's going to be able to pump up a little bit and get that level up very soon. Some more renown there too. 2 rounds 1. Let's go. Sweet. That's very solid. And we got a loot box. So I want to showcase. Let's open this loot box and let's try to craft something. Let's open this up. Got a common. And how long before those adventurers can fight again? Can go into battle?
Yeah, it resets at 12 a.m. UTC.
Okay, gotcha. All right, let's jump into crafting. I actually have not crafted anything before. So while we still have 1 minute left, what should I be crafting? What can I craft with my current supplies?
Yeah, so if you scroll to the bottom, it'll show you the materials that you have there. You'll probably want to look at the AOV, see what they have on right now. Is anything broken? Looks like no. You want to consider their strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. And these different items, you'll see if you click on, that's right. If you click on one of the items, you'll see that it'll boost these specific traits. If you click on, if you scroll down and then on the if you scroll down on the right side, where it shows you the item, a little higher.
A little.
There you go. Yeah, right there. Perfect.
Here.
Yeah, you'll see that it'll boot. Yeah. You see that it'll boost your trait and give you battle power.
Okay.
So each item, if you hover over it'll show you a breakdown of why you're getting the boost. And then over at the top right, it'll show you how much battle power you'll get if you equip that item.
Okay, nice. I mean, that's pretty high. 834, 923. Missing some materials here. But like, let's try. Oh no, I think I am missing legendary materials. Okay, so I can't craft these.
Yeah, and if you click on the toggle that says only craftable at the over on the right,
There we
then
go.
it'll show you items that you can craft. Yeah. So it looks like you're gonna have to go find some materials, which we do have. It's called the Rift, and then you can use Anima to get materials from the labs that Realms are building.
Okay, nice.
Or
very cool.
Sorry, the monuments that Realms are building. So that's where it ties back into the Realm side of the game. So the whole economy builds on top of each other and works with each other. So it's not just a separate Realm side and adventure side. Both are these unified game loops that we're trying to create more complexity and strategy for the game. Nice,
very cool. Now we're running out of time here, so want to hand it right over to you to close this out. This has been awesome. I appreciate you walking me through this and taking a look at some of Realm. So for the people that are watching this, for gamers who haven't tried Realm or just new people who are just getting started, what do you suggest they do? How can they get involved in the community and start playing?
Sure. Yeah. Join our Discord. We'd love to talk to you. And go on our website and you can get started there as well. We have some exciting news coming up, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, with our free-to-play game that we'll be launching the trailer for. So stay tuned for that, and that will be powered by the Realm economy. So really excited for that. Yeah, that's going to be very cool and very exciting. I've got a little sneak peek at it, so it's fun. I'm excited to see what you guys have going on. Thank you, Jonah, for joining us today. It was great to have you on here. Yeah, we can transition over to Battlefly. Thanks so much, Jonah. Great. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jonah. Appreciate you joining. Alrighty.
There we go. We got Gyro here. Hey, Gyro, how are you?
Good. You guys hear me all right? Everything good here?
Yeah, you sound great. How are you doing?
I am well. I was just catching the end of the previous game here. Always cool to see what, other teams in the Treasure ecosystem, the Arbitrum ecosystem are up to. So that was, nice little update for me.
Nice. Yeah. And where are you located right now?
I'm in Brooklyn. So
okay.
It is a nice, finally sunny afternoon. It's been raining here for a few days straight. And I'm grateful to see any sunshine for my emotional well-being. So I'm doing better today.
My shoes were completely soaked through at the open sea event last night.
Yeah, you're New York based as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was raining sideways at one point. I had something to go out for, and I was like, I don't know if I even ever want to leave my apartment again. It was rough out there.
It was rough.
So you guys are you guys attending NFT NYC? Is it still going on right now? Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah, it's going on.
So.
Yeah, there's, I don't know really what the formal NFT NYC event is. I just tend to go to like all the, events or side parties or this group is meeting up here. And so, it's more, I feel like more meet and greet than like actually if there's a convention, which is how these kind of things end up anyway. It's the same in ETH Denver. I spent a bit of time on the show floor and a bunch of time talking to people at the Arbitrum side event. I popped by there. So
nice. Very cool. Yeah. I mean, GDC, Arbitrum had the booth there. So I feel like we hung around the booth a ton, more so than what would be more conventional. Like, just going to the side meetings. But it was cool. It was a lot of fun. And it was good to meet everybody.
Yeah.
So you guys have all met, right? In person?
This is my first time meeting Gyro.
No, new to the team here.
A pleasure.
Gotcha.
Good to meet you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we met before either, so it is great to meet you. I'm excited to jump into Battlefly. I wanted to give you a chance to do, a quick intro on yourself, and and Battlefly. I want to hear what you guys have been working on over the past, couple months in the bear and what's going to be
Yep.
coming in the near future.
Yeah, so I'm Gyroblade. I'm the product lead over at Battlefly, which basically means I do a whole bunch of meetings and write a whole bunch of paperwork on a day-to-day basis.
Very nice.
I've been in the New York City games industry for about 15 years or so now. I've got my start making arcade games, mobile games, like esports trainers, a whole bunch of different types of stuff from PC to console to mobile. I also do like installation work as my side sort of projects. For the last 2 years, I've been working with Battlefly. I've been in the crypto space since about 2014. I used to write for Cryptocurrency Magazine in 2014. So this is my first endeavor bringing those two together. And yeah, so I've just been helping kind of do a lot of game design and just like product design and sort of just like the overall strategy of what we're building over at Battlefly for the last 2 years or so. And yeah, so if anyone watching is in the New York City games industry or in the New York City area, please reach out. We're always looking for more people to connect with in that space. So let me know.
Nice. Yeah, very cool. And for people who don't know what Battlefly is, it's a competitive PvP game right now being featured during the Arbitrum Arcade Week 4. So this is what we're doing at this for right now. The player is going to play Week 4 for Arbitrum Arcade. It's a PvP game centered around strategically decking out your Battlefly. It's a mechanic butterfly of sorts, right? That you can mod, and with the right combination of mods, you guys will be able to compete against head-to-head each day for a chance to earn magic in every battle. So it's very exciting. It's going to jump in. We're going to take a look at it today. I believe I do have some things in my wallet that I can connect and showcase some of the gameplay. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I wanted to point to some of the recent news that you guys have been that you just recently announced and have been working on for a couple months is the Coliseum. Can you tell us a little bit about what the Coliseum is and what we're seeing right here and how people can get involved?
Yeah, thanks for that wonderful intro to Battlefly. So essentially Battlefly for the last year or so, we've had our main game mode called Battlegrounds, which has been out, which is, as you described, this sort of like idle strategy game. It plays like 50% like a deck builder, in that you kind of like build a deck, which is in this case going to be a mechanized butterfly, and equip it with weapons and armor and shields and utility, all that kind of cool stuff. And then you send it out to battle throughout the day. And unlike most like mecha battle games where you kind of have to sit and play at your computer for the duration, this one is going to go out and battle for you. So it plays, more of that passive game. It's almost like an auto chess kind of game where it goes out and plays on your behalf. And so we've had that going on for a while. There are a couple of different arenas. There's like a free-to-play arena. There's a competitive arena. There's leaderboard rewards. And this has been going really well for us. We have a pretty solid, consistent player base. But one thing that people have been asking for consistently is, while they love the idea of this passive game, sometimes you actually do have an hour to sit down and play a game. And you want to play something that's a little bit more active and engaging. And so we started looking at, okay, well, what sort of active, engaging game modes do like these deck builders style games have? And I'm a big Magic Hearthstone player, so draft format. I love drafting. I love these sort of limited format where you kind of show up with nothing. You don't need to like buy an expensive thing beforehand. You don't need to be tracking these big meta games. And so this is sort of our answer to that. Coliseum is our draft format. You show up to the Coliseum with nothing. You're about to join for your first time. You need nothing to get started. When you sign up, just joining our website, you're going to get a bunch of free credits to play in our casual Coliseum game mode. And yeah, you're going to go ahead and sit down. You're going to get a bunch of packs of mods to equip a Battlefly with. So you'll have an empty Battlefly with just some basic utility equipped to it. You'll open those packs of mods, go through selecting the best ones, picking the rarest ones, the coolest ones, the ones that have great synergy, like, oh, this boosts my lasers, so now I want to take lasers. And then you're going to play in a sort of an 8-man tournament, just like these little 8-man drafts that would happen in a game like Magic. And you're going to try to place the highest. And, the better you do, the better your rewards. So it's if you've played an 8-man draft in a game like Magic the Gathering, it is a very similar cadence, a little faster. The whole thing's about a half hour total. So
nice. Yeah. Very cool. And for the Coliseum, have you guys seen a lot of uptake in the community, and how have people been perceiving this free-to-play option?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, there is a free-to-play option in Battlegrounds, but it's not free in that it requires a bit of emotional and time investment, right? You can't just like sit down and show up. But this one, is a lot freer in that sense. So it's been great. I am always surprised by the types of players that will play more than we even realize they're playing. They're like, I'm on my like 300th Coliseum draft now, and I think this weapon is too good based on all these metrics. And I'm like, you've played more than I have by a, by a big margin. So yeah, so it's been pretty good. We are kind of staggering out now a lot of sort of our bigger campaigns where we're working with influencers. We're doing things like this to sort of start promoting it as we're kind of moving out of this like beta phase for it, where we're resolving just these last few bugs to really pushing out and kind of going to mass market. So we've really been concentrated on just like getting that early play testing in from those core players and getting everything sorted. But they've been really liking it, and they're eager for us to open this up wider so that they can have some more people to play against.
Yep. That's awesome to see. And if you guys are participating in the Arbitrum Arcade right now, week 4, you're going to be able to complete a lot of attestations by playing the game. If you want to follow along, you can follow us here and go to battlefly.game. That's where we are on the landing page. And as soon as I hit play now, we're going to head over to the game. So I want to showcase this. Have you walk me through it a little bit? And here you can see it. You can see my screen, right?
Absolutely.
Perfect. So yeah, here's my screen here. You can see, let's go over to my profile just to take a look. I have 1 Battlefly, 2,000 Nectar, and 9 mods. I believe you guys sent over some Nectar. I don't know if I think I may have had this Battlefly. I don't know.
I think so. I don't think we sent you one. So that just might be your Battlefly that you've been hoarding for a while.
Yeah, I did play Battlegrounds like right before I joined Treasure, actually. I was one of the creators for Treasure. And so when I believe Battlefly was doing some activation around Battlegrounds, you guys had sent one over, so I jumped in and played it, and it was fun. I played it a little bit. I got some mods, and I'm excited to jump back in and try the Coliseum this time.
Well, thanks for playing.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's jump in. You can see my profile here. I want to have you walk me through some of these features, the mission control, and then let's jump into the Coliseum.
Yep. So basically navigating around the website, it's going to be split sort of into these 2 areas, the Coliseum and the Battlegrounds. So your profile is going to be sort of the bridge between those. It's going to have like daily quests and missions, your notifications, purchases you made, right? This is just like your sort of inventory. Completing these, you haven't done a lot of decent achievements. So you can complete these in any game mode. These are going to reward you with loot caches, sort of like our, loot box sort of thing. And then they're going to have stuff like Nectar. You're going to have stuff like free mods. You're going to have stuff like upgrades that you're going to be able to use across the different game modes. Little referral system and stuff like that. So Pretty straightforward. This is the bridge between the 2. We're not going to touch too much on mission control. We can click into if we want, but this is mostly for Battlegrounds. So here you'll see your Battlefly. You can skip the intro there. Yeah, so you can see that's your Battlefly. That's your friend there. So now you know how it's doing. You've lost your last 5 games, so you're not doing that great. But
I think that's probably where I stopped.
Where you're like, I've had enough of this. Yeah. So this is related more to Battlegrounds, right? This is those Battleflies are going to build up and equip over time and consistently upgrade. But if you scroll down the little menu on the left there, you'll see that there's the Coliseum. And so this is this totally unencapsulated game mode, and you can click into there. And this is what we're going to be playing today. There's 2 different types of arenas. There's competitive and casual. You can see here the difference between the 2. One takes in magic, of course, the treasure currency, and one and pays out magic. And one takes in Nectar, which is our in-game currency, not a ERC20 token or anything. It's our, World of Warcraft gold sort of inventory, and pays out in mod packs and free entries to the next Coliseum. So we can go ahead and enter the casual whenever you're ready.
Okay. And then what if we did enter the competitive, do we stake any magic to earn that magic?
Yep. So you can see at the top each cost. So you see it's 5 magic to enter at the cost there, and then 500 Nectar. Yep. So you would have to have 5 magic inside the game, and you'd be able to win up to 17.5 magic. In an 8-man tournament, the returns are actually pretty good if you're good at this game. So I think that's another thing a lot of our regulars are looking forward to, is getting some new people in that are curious about competitive because they've been really playing. So definitely play the casual until you're comfortable, I would say.
All right, well, let's jump into casual. If anyone, I guess anybody else that's watching this can also jump in with us, right?
Absolutely. If we want to get some people from the audience in here to duke it out with us, that would be would be neat. They'll have a little bit of an advantage in that they can see what we're running, but I think you're in there.
Okay.
Might be. Yeah, I think you're in there.
You're
in the queue.
Waiting in queue. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll wait in the queue there. So tell us a little bit about Nectar. I know you touched on it a little bit, but what is Nectar used just for the casual arena, or are there more uses to it, doing the mods or anything else?
Yeah. So Nectar is used throughout the entire Battlefly ecosystem. So it is used essentially the arena. It's also used in Battlegrounds for several features. We have a trait system in Battlegrounds, which is sort of like, as you upgrade your battle flag, it gets different attributes. It lets you re-roll your traits to try for other special abilities. It's used for things like when you open up a pack of cards. In normal, card games, when you open up a pack of cards, the pack of cards is what you get. But inside of our game, actually, you have the ability to spend nectar to try re-rolling and getting better mods and getting better equipment or upgrading it. And so you'll have essentially this nectar is going to be your way to either enter into things or upgrade your equipment as you go.
Very cool.
Yeah,
and I think if I leave this, it's fine, right?
Yeah,
And
you
I'll
can
still be in the
refresh, you
queue.
can leave. Yeah, you're good there.
Okay, cool. Wanted to talk about the loadout and the mods. So as you can see, I have some mods on there. I believe, oh, here we go. You are in a tournament, so I can jump in right there.
Yep, you can jump in right now.
Okay.
And so if you just give it a second, it'll pop you into the tournament, and we can talk actually through some of the ideas of mods as we're going here. So yeah. So mods, there are 3 different types of mods: weapon, defense, and utility. And they're pretty self-explanatory. If this doesn't load up for you, you can also try refreshing the page. Sometimes there's a little delay on that, but refreshing is always safe. It'll just put you where you're supposed to be. So yeah, loading weapons, of course, they deal damage primarily, right? That's their main goal. And you can see on the left there, this is our first mod pack for Coliseum. So we're going to be selecting one of these to keep. Your first mod pack is a boosted mod pack. So it's always going to have good stuff. Everything's rare or better.
Nice. Very cool.
And so you can see on the left here, that's a weapon. You can tell because it does damage. It looks like a weapon. It has damage attribution, damage over time. On the right there, you can see one of our utilities. You can see that doesn't have any damage ratings or any defense values. It just does an effect.
Ignore lethal damage. Okay.
Exactly. And so generally speaking, you want to make sure as you go through one of these Coliseum drafts that you have at least 2 good weapons, at least 1 decent shield, and at least 1 utility. And the better those work together. So if you have a utility that says increase your rocket damage, of course you want to find rocket weapons, right? It increases the value of your rocket weapons. So that's the general strategy you're going to go for here.
These are tough to pick between. I was about to go, yeah, we should definitely just do heavy blaster, but the electric mod, the probe, actually sounds pretty interesting with these debuffs here. What do you suggest?
Yeah, I think that generally speaking, especially as we're just kind of learning things, the probe is a little more interesting, a little more powerful, but it requires a bit more synergy to really take advantage of. The blaster is a gun. It shoots them. And that's always good, right? And it's a little bit rarer too. So they do go up in power level as the rarity goes up slightly.
Okay.
And so that's an epic as compared to a rare. I think that both of those would be good choices. But given that we're kind of just trying to get a nice solid build, let's just take a gun that shoots stuff. That would be my guidance.
Okay, let's keep that one in.
So this is after you'll see these are the core mods on the left that your battle flag comes equipped with. These suck. They are placeholders. They're just like until you can get something better. You're going to draft 8 packs, and you're going to be able to replace those. So you have some inventory slots. It'll go into that slot in a second there. So you have these inventory slots. You have these extra spaces that things can go into.
Okay.
And yeah, so now you can see it's equipped, and you'll go to your next pack.
That one just caught my attention like right away.
The scythe is good. It's a high risk, high reward in that it does a lot of damage, but it has this melee ability, which means it misses 1 in every 4 attacks.
25.
So,
oof.
Dang.
I like it. Very Web3.
So you can replace that howitzer. Yeah, make sure when you're clicking into these, you're being careful where you place it. So right now it's going to put that heavy blaster into an empty slot. But if you once we fill up all of our empty slots, if you click on a weapon, it'll replace it. So be sure you don't accidentally delete something that you want.
Got you. So let's see. Let's do... Can I do this one? Is this another one? Yeah. Okay.
You can. So this is both. These are all defensive things. So one's a special type of defense called a swarm. It has some special attributes which we won't get into, but it's a shield. It's a special type of shield that gives a little extra bonus. And then of course you just have an armor and a shield. These are all defense. They're all good to take.
Nice. Very cool. Okay. And
so
then
you can just put that into an empty slot. Click on to save into inventory. Yeah, you can just place it into there.
Gotcha.
We have those empty slots. Let's fill them up.
Okay, and then is this the last one?
So we're going to have 4 more packs. You get 8 packs total. So we're going to have more than enough to equip.
Okay, let me move a little bit faster so I can get through.
Yep. We'll be okay on time.
See the
Right,
missile.
so put that into the empty slot again. That's your best choice. And now we probably want to start overwriting some of these weaker things we don't want. So we're probably looking for a better defense, I would say. And we're probably looking for another good weapon and a utility. The hammerhead missiles are perfectly good. So
It's got another hammerhead and another combat.
yeah, I would say the scythe is a good choice here. Just like running another, it's just a strict upgrade to our other one. So we can go ahead and overwrite our current scythe, actually. It's in there. Yep.
This one.
Yep. Just upgrade it.
Oh, sweet.
Nice. That's solid.
Cool. Any of the, yep, I would just take the rare here again. These are all weapons. We're still looking for a better defense and a utility. So I'd upgrade that, overwrite, yep, the proton blaster, exactly. Want to overwrite that howitzer potentially, but I think we're good on weapons now. So, okay. These obviously are legendaries. These are very good. We do need a utility and we need a shield. So we could go ahead. We don't need a weapon, as enticing as it is. We are set on weapons.
Oh, that went away. Did I skip it?
No. Okay.
Oh,
I think it's there.
Okay. There we go.
So yeah, I would keep that and put that into our utility slot on the bottom there.
And this one
on the bottom left, combat algorithms processor.
Here.
Yep. All right. So now we have a good utility. This is a really good counterplay. Let's give this a second to update here. Okay. And yeah, it looks like we're going to have to be running a basic shield. So any of these, we're probably not going to play any of these. So when we take this, we can either skip it or just make sure we don't overwrite something that we want. But we're probably not going to play any of these. All right. So we have a few minutes here to kind of slow down and talk a bit about our mods and choose our loadout.
Okay.
So what we are missing is a good defense. We still have our core defense. But that's okay because we have some pretty good other items to run. We're really set on weapons. So here we're going to equip our inventory. We have a minute here. Take our time. So we want to probably take that heavy blaster and replace the howitzer just to get ourselves set up here. So
and
click on heavy blast. Just click on it. Yep, and then equip. Yeah, and then click over the howitzer. It'll just swap those two positions.
Okay.
There you go.
And then these are the ones that I'll be using then.
That's correct.
Got it.
And now, in between rounds, if you look in the top right, it says opponent's inventory. So you're going to be able to see what your next opponent is bringing. So we don't have a lot of choices, but let's say that we see this person's running an armor, most likely, right? Or this reactive cloaking plating. We can now equip based on what we think they're going to equip. We won't see exactly what they're going to equip, but we see what they could equip. So it's a bit of a bluffing game now where it's like, oh, they have cryo and I have something that prevents being frozen. So maybe I should run that. But are they going to not run cryo because they think that I'm going to run the counterplay to it? So we have a bit of a bluffing game. We're pretty straightforward in that we picked guns that kill people. That's our strategy. So, we're going to just go ahead and shoot our guns. And so, yeah, so it is still an auto battler. So this is going to, again, play kind of like a auto chess or a Hearthstone Battlegrounds where we're now just going to watch this battle play out.
Okay.
And after we watch it play out, we're going to repeat this process against another opponent.
Nice. Very cool. How much time are we good on time?
We probably have like 5 to 10 more minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. That should give us enough time to at least get to our other exciting moment, which is there are drafts along the way after round 2 and round 5. So we should be able to at least get to that interstitial draft after round 2 to see how you can upgrade your inventory as you go along. And that'll give you a good idea of the overall flow.
Oh, sweet.
Here we go.
Oh, there we go. So I already took out my shields pretty quickly.
Yeah, so you're potentially in trouble here. It's pretty close, though.
Oh,
Beyblade vibe.
Damn. That was quick.
That was super fast.
Gives me Beyblade vibes.
Yeah.
It's kind of that sort of circle arena sort of thing for sure. So you can go ahead and click on next whenever you're ready there.
That was tough.
Cool. And so now we have the same sort of setup where we can see our opponent's inventory and decide what we want to run against them. So we don't really have a lot of choices here.
To be fair, they are stream sniping.
That's true. We are playing against people that are
Oh, yeah. What the heck?
officially watching us play, which does put us at a bit of a disadvantage. even as we were drafting, they could theoretically have drafted counterplay if they really wanted to get us. But you know,
we don't have too many options.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and stick with this.
Okay.
After this next round, like I said, we're gonna see another draft, which is one of the other cool things is that you get to upgrade as you go still. And so after rounds 2 and 5, and if you there's a cutoff to the finals where only the top 4 proceed. And so after that cutoff to the finals, you also get to draft another pack. And so you can upgrade your inventory by almost like 50% by the end of this. So even if you get a bad draft at the start, it's worth hanging in there to at least see those first 2 picks, because you could open a legendary weapon and totally turn your build around. So we're going to be looking for a good shield in that pack, because I think that's where we're a little weak. As we saw in that last game, we took too much damage early on, even though we did pretty good damage.
Yeah, the shield got obliterated pretty quickly.
Exactly.
I don't think his shield was very strong, but I think he had an uncommon shield.
Yeah,
it wasn't like
I think he was running some armor, but yeah, just that little bit of extra damage reduction, you know, we lost by a couple hundred hit points, and that's basically one burst of an attack. So
he's got an epic shield and a rare armor.
Yeah. So, okay, so you can hang on here. Yep. So, okay, they are running the epic shield, which is going to be pretty good for them. We have better weapons.
Yeah. By far.
Yep. So hopefully we're going to take a lot of damage early, but we're just going to have to try and overpower
There goes his
them.
shield. The shield's done. My shield's
Pretty
done.
good. So if we can survive this barrage, we might be okay.
170. He's still lower. 92. 0. We done. That's it. There we
I think
go.
we were one big burst away from winning there with like one of our weapons.
I think that is us. I think we won.
Is this?
That's my.
Yeah. Oh, that's
yeah,
we're on the right side this time. Nice. Yeah, we got there. Nice. I thought we were favored there. Nice.
Yeah, that was solid.
Awesome. So you can click next, and you will see we get to draft a pack.
Nice.
Unfortunately, these are all utility.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually think if you read that Rage Against the Machines, remember how I was talking about the one in the middle, Rage Against the Machines? We want things that have good synergy. If our strategy is to deal lots of damage, this one says deal more damage. And so this is probably better, even though our current utility is a legendary, this is probably better for us because it's going to increase our damage output.
Okay.
So we can let's not overwrite that because it's a good sideboard, but we would overwrite maybe like hammerhead missiles on the right there in our inventory, because we're never going to use those. They're just worse than our other weapons. And so, yeah, now we would be able to go ahead and equip that. So if we click on Rage Against the Nano Machines, go to our inventory, and then click on that and equip and click on that slot. Here we go.
Nice.
So hopefully we got that in time. I think we did.
Looks like it. Okay, so he's got the heavy blaster.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing any shield.
Weapons. No shields though. No, the Conscript Factory is a shield. That is a shield mod. As you see in the description.
I see. Yeah.
So they have no utility though. Really, that's just a regular utility. So hopefully our extra damage output is enough to get us through.
Let's see how we do.
We're 1-1, which is a good start. You know,
it's not bad at all.
You generally only have to have a slightly positive record. Like 4 and 3 is usually good enough to make it to the finals. Like
hit him hard right out the gate.
Yep. Yeah, we did a lot of damage.
You have the shield, right?
I do, yeah. I'm still the one with the shield.
Oh, you're good, dude.
13
Yeah,
shield.
he's
over.
Shape.
I muted it. Sorry, it was just a lot of feedback.
A little loud. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, much better. As long as you have the shield, you're good, pretty much.
Yeah, that's smoked.
There are some weapons that deal damage directly to HP, which is sometimes when like armor is better than shields. But yes, obviously having a shield is good. You know, pretty much standard game thing. But yeah,
shields are good.
Shields are good. Yeah, if you still have your shield up, I mean, you know, it's true in Apex Legends. It's true in Battlefly.
There we go. Now we're 2-1. We're in the top 4.
Yeah. So we're looking pretty good. If we keep this record, just this thing, you know, slightly above average wins, we would definitely be able to make it into the playoffs. The way the playoffs work, so the initial rounds are round robin. So you're going to play one game against everybody, and so you're going to play 7 games total. Then the top 4 are going to go into a playoffs bracket, and that's going to be 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3, and the winners play, and then the losers play. So that would be how. So even if you're in 4th place when you make it to the playoffs, you still have a chance to come in first because it's now a sort of, single lane style matchmaking. So lots of opportunity for comebacks. One of the bummers about drafts is that if you draft a bad, deck early on, you're like, well, I guess I lose, so we really wanted to avoid that by having lots of opportunities for catch-up mechanics, upgrading your battle fly, getting new equipment, getting it to the finals, having a chance in the playoffs. So, and it seems like we had that happen here where we got a better, utility for our damage, and we handily won that last battle.
Yeah, smoked them. Barrage. That's pretty interesting. Ignores 55% of armor. It's pretty tough.
It's not very good against us because we don't really have good armor. We have a little bit of armor, but we actually have bad defense. So it's better against people that have better shields than us and defense than us.
Okay, so he's still using that.
It's still a good gun, of course.
He's got a shield and the bug bomb.
Yeah, bug bomb not going to do too much against us. So I think we should be pretty good here.
It's hitting me hard right out the gate. 77 down to 39. There goes the armor. There goes the shield. He's still got 100 shield.
Yeah, I think
but we're beating him still. Still doing good.
We're going to have more damage output when we get to attack. So I think as long as we don't die in this next barrage, I think we're okay.
Oh,
there we go. Nice.
He knew.
Nice.
Solid.
Bro.
That's that extra damage coming in handy for sure. We just, killing him before he got that last shot in.
Nice. I'm insane.
I mean, 3-1's a good record, especially for your first draft. That's pretty good, Moving up. Looks like there's just one person undefeated, so you're basically tied for second.
Basically. Epic shield mod.
Mm-hmm.
And epic armor.
How rare are the legendary pulls that you mentioned?
Yeah, so they are, I think, you're in a pack, you're likely to get a legendary every 1 in 10 packs or so, but that we also have the boosted packs. And so the packs that are the interstitial ones in your first pack of the draft are boosted, which means that it's rares or better. And I think there's like a 1 in 4 chance or so. So you'll get a legendary to 2 legendaries every draft on average.
Cool. Nice.
What makes a casual player versus a competitive player? Am I ready to be a competitive player?
I mean, only you can really answer that question for yourself. But the big difference is knowing sort of what types of items are going to be good in the future, as far as what's in the pool and what is going to pair up well. So for example, if you know the mods and you know that there are a lot of things that combo with these long range micro missiles, you might take a rare micro missile over an epic of another weapon because you're like, oh, I know there's a good strategy that I'm pursuing with it, right? So it's about those small synergies. Picking the best weapons, the rarest stuff is always fine for the casual player. It'll do you well. But yeah, filling in those holes, making sure you have sideboard options, right? Because you get to see your opponent's things. So counterplay, knowing what counterplay is good. I would say those are the fine details that really make you ready for that competitive format.
Let's see how we do. He's got that armor or that shield. Definitely. Oh, that's me. I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was about to say his armor sucks.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
His armor is literally just a better version of our armor, so we might be in trouble here.
That's it. No,
hitting him hard still. He's got some armor there, but
it's
still
pretty even. Him. We're like 200 right now.
He went a little bit lower.
Yeah, dude, that's it.
I think.
Oh,
we got there. What is that? 32 HP.
Wait, what?
That was crazy. He went down from 150 to 0.
I think he might have missed an attack or something there. Oh, we crit him. The red means a critical hit, so we got a critical hit and killed him.
A combat dice. That was crazy.
That's crazy.
So we got 2 critical hits actually. So those 2 reds, those are 2 crits. We got 2 crits at the end to kill him. That's what happened.
That guy a rug, dude.
So sometimes you roll good, right? All right. So another draft, unfortunately, still no defense. That is the risk. Remember how I mentioned early on that you want to fill out those 4 slots? We didn't prioritize a shield because we were pretty excited about weapons and utility, and unfortunately now we're suffering a bit for it.
Yeah, because we're on stream.
That's it.
We got to pump.
Just go face, maybe gotta smork. Absolutely.
Oh my god.
I don't know if we would use any of these. If there's any that interest you, we
Yeah.
can certainly keep them. But I think our current loadout is better than what we have here.
Yeah, I'm happy with how we've been doing.
Yeah, we did good.
He's got some pretty good stuff here too.
We just got to keep getting lucky on those critical hits, and we'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. So we got Epic Fusion.
Yeah, the Fusion Blade is one of those weapons I was talking about that does direct damage right to your HP. So shields aren't very good against it. So if they run that, we'll be happy that we have armor because it protects you a little bit better from the direct HP damage.
All right. I guess this is the final battle, yeah?
Yeah, I think we should probably wrap
Before
up.
time. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Let's do that.
Fingers crossed. Oh my god.
7F5.
Oh wait.
He took out my shield.
Shields are
Absolutely
low.
smoked my shield.
I
dude.
think
There
we're
you
dealing a
go.
lot of
Oh,
damage.
we're
We're
down to
getting a lot
2.
of crits again.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, we just got.
He
a
dealt
huge burst of
289 damage.
Yeah. So that's the sniper weapon. It's the silicon sniper system. It's a sniper. You know, it takes a long time to load up, but it punches you for
You got
145 damage per shot. You got sniped. Yeah, you got sniped.
Sniped as a straight up headshot. 289. That's 100.
It was a critical too. So it literally was a headshot. You got headshot. That's exactly what happened to that situation. So
that was crazy.
but
No,
still,
yeah,
4-2, good record to end up here. So
not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, Gyro, it was great to have you on here. This has been awesome. I haven't played Coliseum before, and I actually really liked it. I enjoyed jumping in here, and I like winning. So I'm glad the devs were smiling down on me today.
we'll have
And
to
that gave
turn
me some
down,
clips.
turn up your difficulty slider now. We lowered it for this stream, but we'll have to move it back up there.
There we go.
You know?
Give me some hidden buffs.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah,
thanks
I
for having me on,
appreciate
and
you.
it was great. And of course, anyone can play this at battlefly.game. Jump into the Coliseum. You can play for free. The setup is literally as easy as you saw Jay do just now. We didn't do any setup prior to the stream. You can jump right in and start playing.
Yeah, perfect. You wrapped it up perfectly. Yeah, Gyro, thank you so much for joining on here. We will wrap this up. And do we have anything else to transition over to, or is that it?
Nope. I think we're good to wrap up. So thank you everybody
Cool.
for tuning in. Thank you, Jay, for hosting us. That was
Absolutely.
chapter 4. We'll see you guys next week for chapter 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Head over
yeah.
to portal.arbitrum.io and we'll have some fun. Have some fun over the next 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks. Got some really fun games to play. We have we just showcased Battlefly, Realm, and Kaiju cards, so you can all jump into each one of them for free. It's really cool, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
everybody.
Peace out.
Thanks, everybody.
See ya.
Cheers, guys.